Well, it's over. All the new scoutable sync pairs for August 2023 for the run-up to 4-year anniversary are already out, guys. And they have been out for a couple of days now. Now that we have seen what each one is capable of, it's time to rank each one. Which ones you should prioritize, which ones you should probably skip, and which ones you should scout for, like, right now. So with that said, strap on your seatbelts, sit tight, and let's begin this analysis video. Here we go! Yo, 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 this is Sol, also known as SPL Gum, also known as Spatial Gum, also known as Grunt, the artist Team Skull Grunt, and this is Pokemon Masters EX. And guys, in this video, we rank each sync pair. A little bit of discussion, but not too much because I have individual videos for each one of these sync pairs. If you're interested, you can click on the description. There are links there and you can see those analysis videos for yourselves. But if you're just interested in one copy, I also have a 1 out of 5 or none out of 5 video for each of these sync pairs where I discuss just getting one copy, what they're capable of. But in this video, guys, again, we will be ranking each one according to a couple of different, criteria and stuff like that. So if you're excited, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up right now. Help me with the YouTube algorithm, as well as leave a comment and tell me which ones you have successfully and probably on the road to success scouting for any of these sync pairs. Now, this month has been incredibly kind to me. And I have had, like, the best scouts ever since I started this Pokemon Masters journey. So I'm glad that happened, but, we're gonna rank that according to my luck as well later because I'm sus. But, you guys, you can support the channel out and help me with luck and getting more luck for yourselves as well by clicking on the join button, just like these amazing people up here. Thank you guys so very much for your support, and thank you to all these gifters as well, with Ewiz being the recent one for giving some memberships depending on how many copies I got of these sync pairs. So thank you, Ewiz, for this one. And if you want to push the support a little bit further, you can go ahead to my coffee.com/splgum page and help me out with my computer upgrade goal, because my computer is getting slower and slower by the day, and I have to upgrade it and fix it as soon as possible. I need a hard disk change and stuff. But that aside, guys, highly appreciate it if you just hit the thumbs up and probably subscribe right now if you haven't, because a lot of you haven't subscribed yet but are watching my videos consistently. And with that said, guys, this is again a little brief overview of the timeline of sync pairs that we have right now. So, Olympia, Drasna, and Nemona are ending on August 28. Their last day is on August 27. Meanwhile, Leon and Gloria are ending soon. Very soon. They end with the other Galar villain arc sync pairs. So that is Rose and Oleana. They are ending on August 19. August 18 is your last day for scouting. So priority list right now if you're scouting for anyone. If you are aiming to get Cinderace, Dragapult, Gmax, whatchamacallit, Copperajah, Gmax, Garbodor, go! Do it right now, and hopefully you get enough luck to scout for those copies because they are ending very soon. But that aside, you still have a couple of days for Nemona. And meanwhile, these two, Drasna and Olympia, you can completely skip them because they're mostly coming out. They are permanent banners, guys. We haven't had permanent banners in a very long time. So for those new players who don't know, Drasna and Olympia are permanent units, are Spotlight Scouts, and once their banners end on August 28th, whatever banner comes out on August 28th, you'll be able to scout for them. But the rest are limited units. So Leon, Gloria, Nemona are limited units, and they will not rerun until whatever time they rerun. So if you were to scout, then prioritize the limited units rather than the permanent ones. Alright, I'm going to do a very brief discussion of each one because we have discussed that. But if you need to know a refresher of how many gems we can get, check this out. I don't think I'll be able to make an update to this video, like how many gems can we still get, because my schedule is kind of really hectic at the moment. But you can check this out for the gem count of the month. Alright, very quick discussion of everyone. Leon is a tech unit that excels in debuffing opponents. Dragon Darts hits one opponent. Breaking Swipe or B-Breaking Swipe hits all opponents. And B-Breaking Swipe unlocks once you have used any single move. So either Trainer move, either Will-O-Wisp, either Dragon Darts, but max moves are not included. And he has a max move, he has G-Max, or rather Max Wormwind, which lowers everyone's attack stat for the opponents. You have Max Guard. And this basically, every single time you hit the opponent, you get to lower one random stat. So for Dragon Darts, which hits twice, you get to lower 2 random stats. Piercing Blows allows you to ignore opponent's passive skills, and Impervious prevents your stats from getting lowered. Now, if you use B-Breaking Swipe every single time you hit an opponent, you get to lower not just one random stat, but you also lower the opponent's attack, defense, and speed stat. So technically, you lower 4 different stats with Leon. Now, his sync move has a built-in multiplier. The lower the opponent's stats are, the stronger your sync move damage. And again, you can easily lower the opponent's stats with Dragapult. His attack stat is pretty high. His speed stat is crazy high. And yeah, that's it. That is Leon and Dragapult's base kit. And for the sync grid, at 2 copies, you get some multipliers for his attack moves, or his Dragon Darts for B-Breaking Swipe over there. 3 out of 5, you got some sync move multipliers, as well as a super effective up next effect with Hit Burned Opponent 4, or Hit Burned Opponent super effective up next 4. And that's basically it. He is a tech sync pair. Or rather, he's a Pokefair sync pair, and he has 4 out of 5, soften up 1, which, if you get this, once you have raised your critical hit rate, you're guaranteed to hit the opponent with a critical hit once you use your sync move. And you have Go Viral 9 for Will-O-Wisp at 4 out of 5. When you use Will-O-Wisp, instead of hitting or burning one opponent, you get to burn every single opponent instead. At 5 copies, if you use B-Breaking Swipe, your next move will be free with Buy 1 Get 1 9. If you want to get this, and you got Dragon Darts Punishing Strike 9, so that every single time you use Dragon Darts, not only do you lower the opponent's random stat by 2 with Unfortunate Strike 9, but you also lower the opponent's defense stat -2 with Dragon Darts Punishing Strike 9. Now, one more thing is that at 3 out of 5, if you use B-Breaking Swipe, if the opponent is burned, you get to lower 1 additional random stat of the opponent by using B-Breaking Swipe. Because of B-Breaking Swipe, hit burned opponent's stat down 9. And that's basically it for Leon Alt. Again, excels in debuffing all opponents, very high speed stat, and very nice sync nuke, especially with sync pairs that have to deal with opponents' lowered stats. The more the opponent's stats are lower, the stronger the sync move damage. Leon has that multiplier built in. So that's a nice sync pair. But enough of Leon, let's move on to Gloria and Cinderace. And this sync pair, guys, changes type depending on which max move you use in battle. And your sync move type normally is a fire type, but you can change it to flying type and fighting type when you use your max moves. So your max moves are G-Max Fireball, ignores passive skills, Max Airstream changes you to flying type, and Max Knuckle changes you to fighting type. Not only do you change your type, but you also give the opponent 2 rebuffs, or should I say 2 stats, 2 multipliers, 2 additional multipliers, like increases your damage, if I'm not mistaken, by 50%. When you use G-Max Fireball, the opponent gets weaker to fire-type damage. If you use Max Airstream, your opponent gets weaker to flying-type damage. And if you use Max Knuckle, the opponent gets weaker to fighting-type damage. But not only that, but you also change your passive skills. As a fire-type sync pair, as the start, you got Fuel Economy 2. Start of the battle, or rather, when you're fire-type, all your moves will have their move gauge requirement -2. So Pyro Ball from a 4-move gauge attack becomes a 2-move gauge attack, and you got a multiplier Bronze Sync 5 the higher your attack stat is, or rather, just by raising your attack stat, you get your sync move 50% stronger. As a flying type, you got Piercing Blows, and it will ignore the opponent's passive skills, just like Leon ignores the opponent's enduring effect and stuff. I got Quick Move Sync Countdown down to 9. If you use this, you get your Sync Move countdown lowered -2 whenever you use Bounce. Normally, your Sync Move countdown will only lower by 1 when you use Bounce when it's a 2-turn attack. When you use this, your Sync Move countdown will lower down -1 minus an additional 2. So that is Bounce. Quick Move Sync countdown down to 9 for Gloria and Cinderace for the flying type. Now, as the fighting type Cinderace, you got Piercing Gaze so that your attacks will never miss, and then every single time you attack an opponent, you hit the opponent, you get to recover a little bit of your HP. If I'm not mistaken, it's around 15 to 20% recovery of your HP every single time you hit an opponent with Hit HP Recovery M9 for fighting type Cinderace. And again, how do you switch? By using your max moves. G-Max Fireball keeps you fire type, Max Airstream changes you into flying type, and Max Knuckle changes you into fighting type. But you can still use Pyro Ball, you can use Bounce, you can still use High Jump Kick, whatever type you are. But remember, fire type Cinderace, your Pyro Ball will only be 2 move gauges, and your High Jump Kick will only be 1 move gauge. Meanwhile, with other types, your Pyro Ball will remain a 4 move gauge attack, and your High Jump Kick will be a 3 move gauge attack. Now, he is, or rather, she is a Pokefair. And again, Pokefairs have a 5 out of 5 grid. A 2 out of 5, you get a lot of attack move multipliers, as you can see over here. At 3 out of 5, you got the Haymaker, which the higher your attack stat is, the stronger your sync move is gonna be. You got Max Super Preparation to give you a super effective up next effect after using your max move at 3 copies. And you got Sync Quickening 3 if you use your sync move every single time you use your sync move. Remember, Bounce has 3 MP only. And once you use your up your MP, there's no MP refresh, but there's a Sync Quickening 3. If you get this, you use your sync move, you will replenish 3 MP for your Bounce. 4 copies, you got Dashing Team 9. Every single time you attack, you successfully hit an opponent, everyone in your team's speed stat will go up +1. Soften up 1, same as Leon. Critical hits land more easily. You're guaranteed a critical hit once you have raised your critical hit. 5 out of 5. That's 5 out of 5, not 2 out of 5. Defense Crush 9. Every single time you hit the opponent, you get to lower the opponent's defense stat -1. And Healthy Benefits 5 actually ties in very well with fighting type Cinderace. Halves the damage you receive from the opponent if your HP is full. So, by doing this, and you recover HP from hit opponent, what was that passive skill? Hit HP Recovery M9. You get to recover those HP back. So Gloria, earlier Leon, it's a nice debuffer. Gloria, meanwhile, is a very versatile sync pair. Can deal 3 types of sync move damage, not just attack move damage, but also sync move damage. Also gives you a negative, or gives the opponent a -2 rebuff of either fire type, flying type, or fighting type, making not only Gloria's attack stronger, but any sync pair in your team who deals fire, flying, or fighting type attacks makes them stronger as well. And she's a tech sync pair, and if you 6-star EX tech sync pairs, you get a 1.5 times multiplier on their sync move. Let's move on to Olympia and Sigilyph. This one is a tech sync pair as well. This one is a permanent unit. And easy to talk about this kit. This kit relies on buffing herself up. And once you have buffed up enough, you focus on stored power, because the higher your stats are raised, the stronger your stored power is. And your sync move, the higher your stats are, the stronger your sync move is gonna be. But what makes this sync pair excel, in some ways, not really all the time, it's Agile Entry 6. At the start of the battle, your evasiveness is +6 immediately, meaning that the opponent will have a little bit of difficulty attacking you. And that's it. Excels on buffing herself up. So if you use Ancient Power, you have a 30% chance of raising not only attack, but defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. Normally it raises +1 only, but her third passive skill, Pokemon Move Stat Raises ×2, increases or multiplies the stat increases by double. So you raise your attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed +2 instead of +1 with Olympia when you use Ancient Power. And if you use Calm Mind, you get to raise your special attack and special defense +2 instead of +1. That's it for Olympia. At 2 out of 5, you got Super Preparation 4 for Ancient Power, which gives you a super effective up next effect. This is good if you want to focus on buffing her stats, but you want to hit an opponent, a psychic weak opponent, because Super Preparation 4, super effective up next effect, will only trigger if the opponent is weak to either Rock, I think Ancient Power is Rock, or Psychic. So if the opponent's weak to Psychic, you want to use your sync move with a super effective up next effect. Ancient Power will not go, super effective up next effect will not go away when you use Ancient Power. 3 out of 5, you got a couple more attack move multipliers and 2 sync move multipliers. Brute Wits, the higher your special defense is raised, the stronger the sync move damage. And Double Down 5 if the opponent is weak to Psychic type attacks. Strong. A lot of people scouted for Olympia, but again, remember that Olympia is a permanent unit. And if you do not scout for Olympia now, eventually you will be able to scout for Olympia as well in the anniversary. So, probably put her low in your priority list unless you like Olympia and Sigilyph that much. But that's the way we're done with Olympia. We go to our second permanent unit, Drasna and Dragalge. Again, this is a tech sync pair. We have 4 tech sync pairs in this update. And she has Draco Meteor, Sludge Bomb, and Toxic. Toxic to badly poison the opponent. Her kit relies on poison. If the opponent is poisoned, your sync move gets stronger. Passive skills, you got Super Duper Effective 5. If the opponent is weak to poison, Sludge Bomb will be stronger. If the opponent is weak to Dragon, Draco Meteor will be 50% stronger. This does not apply to sync moves. Super Freebie 9, if the opponent is weak to Dragon, you use Draco Meteor, you will get a free move next. If the opponent is weak to Poison, you will get a free move next by using Sludge Bomb. That means you can spam attacks non-stop if the opponent is weak to either of those types, which makes her really fun to use. And normally, the Draco Meteor lowers your special attack stat -2. With Team Special Attack down immunity, your special attack as well as your other teammate's special attack will never be lowered no matter what the opponent does. Now, her trainer move also gives you a super effective up next effect. but it's only 1 MP. But that super effective up next effect will help you increase your damage with your attack moves or sync moves by 1.5 times. Now, sync grid at 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5, not really that interesting. You got a hit and heal 9 regen effect for her trainer move at 2 out of 5 and an MP refresh to give you a super effective up next again at 2 out of 5. 3 out of 5, you get Virulent Toxin 5 and Toxic Power 3 when the opponent is poisoned. That's another multiplier for either her sync move or your attack moves. And that's it, poisoning the opponent first, then dealing massive damage. And not only that, but free move next, free move next, free move next if the opponent is weak to those types of attacks. And that is Drasna and Dragalge. Let's move on to the last one. The most recent one, Nemona and Pawmot. Now this is not a tech sync pair. In fact, this is a very new role. This is called Sprint. And sprint sync pairs excel in speeding up the battle, speeding up down, lowering the sync move countdown as quickly as possible, and massive, continuous attacks, helping your team speed up their attacks and everything like that. You have Thunder Punch, which leaves the target poison 10%. You have an X speed, which raises your speed stat maximum immediately, and the moment your speed stat is raised, you can use her buddy move B Double Shock, which gives everyone a free move next effect. And the higher your speed stat is, the stronger your B Double Shock is gonna be. Her trainer move is very interesting. You get to give an ally gradual healing, you get to give an ally damage guard next effect, you give an ally gradual healing effect, but you can only use this once and only on one ally unless you get an MP refresh. Not only that, but you also lower your sync move countdown -2. And if you got an MP refresh with this, well, this is just gonna be very fun to use. Just lower that sync move countdown non-stop, quickly land your next sync move damage. The higher speed stat is, the stronger your sync move is gonna be. And normally, her buddy move, you can only use this once. But with her third passive skill, first sync move, restore buddy move MP1, you get to use another one of your buddy move after you use your sync move. Soften up 1, same as earlier. Once you have raised your critical hit rate, you get to land critical hits with your sync move. And honing hit 9, every single time you attack an opponent, you get to raise your own attack stat +2 and your critical hit rate +1. So that means you only need to attack the opponent 3 times. Or rather, not just attack the opponent, but you can also use your trainer move, you can use your buddy move, you can use any move, and you will raise your attack stat +2 and raise your critical hit rate +1 for herself. That is a very fun sync pair to use. Again, if you have her 6-star EX. The moment you use your sync move countdown will go down -3. But that only applies the very first time you use her sync move. So that's the effect of 6-star EX sprint sync pairs. And again, this is a Poke Fair, a limited unit, so you have 5 out of 5 grids. 2 out of 5, you got Power Induction and Thunder Punch, super duper effective 5. Those are attack move multipliers. 3 out of 5, you got sync move multipliers, Haymaker and Static Shock 5. You got Staggering 3. Every single time you attack an opponent, you have a 40% chance of making the opponent flinch, which makes this fun to use. And some debuffing tiles, Trip up 9. And I forgot to mark that, but Thunder Punch, Speed Up, Power Up 9 is also an attack move multiplier. Powers up your Thunder Punch if your speed stat is raised. And at 4 copies, guys, you got Enfeeble 2 at the start of the battle. You get to lower all the opponent's defenses down -2. And every single time you attack an opponent and your move is successful, you get to raise everyone's speeds, or rather evasiveness stat +1. With Team Evasive Maneuvers 9. 5 copies, if the opponent is paralyzed, you hit the opponent, you get to lower their defense and special defense stat -1 every single time you hit. And every single time you use your sync move, you will get a physical moves up next effect +2 that makes your next attack 80% stronger. And that's Nemona and Pawmot, guys. The very, very first sprint sync pair of the game. This is just like a brief overview of what to expect probably from future sync pairs who share the sprint role. And, you know, could be, I don't know, things could go very differently. We have other, could be classified sprint sync pairs. I think Ingo can be classified as a sprint sync pair. I think Signasut Elessa can be classified as a sprint sync pair. There are other sync pairs, probably, whatchamacallit, probably in some ways, Signasut Brendan might be classified as a sprint sync pair with that free move next for his trainer move, as well as some other sync pairs. But again, sprint sync pairs, the benefit of this, once you 6-star EX them, first sync move, you lower your sync move countdown -3. But that's about it. Alright, that is the end of each one. And now, before we rank each one, let's look at their stats quickly. HP stat, speed stat, highest Leon with high attack stat as well, but Nemona tops the list with 468 attack stat. Drasna has the highest special attack and the highest special defense. Gloria has the highest special defense stat but the lowest attack stat. Olympia has the lowest stats across the board, but she can raise her stats up very quickly. Plus the special attack, it's not exactly low, 390. And those are the stats and the multipliers you can see over here. Fire Gloria has an additional multiplier called Bronze Sync 5 and Bounce Super Effective 3. Nemona has an additional multiplier that I was not able to write down, which is Thunder Shock, Speed Up, Power Up 9. But, you know, multipliers are there. But how easy are they? How easy it is, or how interesting are they? And how easy it is to trigger their multipliers. Alright, time for our tier list, guys. Now again, if you were to prioritize right now, depending on or based on the day that they will go away, prioritize Leon and Gloria because they're ending on August 19. They're gone. August 18 is your last day. And put Olympia and Drasna last because you completely do not need to scout for them because you might and high chance of getting them in the anniversary. Nemona comes in a quick second. You know, before the banners end, you still have a couple of weeks to scout for Nemona. And one more thing, the good thing is that we will most likely learn who the anniversary units are before Nemona ends. So probably you can also put Nemona a little bit lower at B or even C, or you know, this is the first sprint sync pair, and I doubt that they're gonna change all the old roles. So it's unlikely that we'll see Ingo suddenly becoming a sprint sync pair. So as the very first sprint sync pair, we can expect that in the future, other sprint sync pairs will be much better than Nemona. So right now, while Nemona looks very interesting, you can put her low, and probably once the Datamine drops and you suddenly discover that Nemona sucks or anything like that, I wouldn't say she sucks. She has been extremely kind to my pulls. In fact, if I were to rate these sync pairs based on how much luck I got with my sync pair scouts, I'm sorry to my booing, supportive, you know, stream watchers, scouting stream watchers. But I'm gonna do this. Nemona and Leon are top tier scouts for me. With how good they are, I got 6 copies of Leon with 199 scout points. That was insane. First multi-pull, or was it second multi-pull, I got 2 copies of Leon. Then I got 1 copy of Leon. Then I got 3 copies of Leon in 1 multi-pull. Crazy. If I did not get 3 copies or 2 copies in the last multi-pull, I would have given him a candy anyway with those scout points. Nemona? We got first Nemona in a daily discount, which was insane. Then another Nemona on the first multi-pull, another Nemona on the second multi-pull, and on the 4th multi-pull, we got our 4th Nemona, leaving us with 133 scout points. 4 out of 5 Nemona. I just had to use a candy. That was insane. Gloria, on the other hand, well, we got 4 copies of Gloria at scout points, which is okay. I mean, it's better than normal average 3 out of 5 luck. I would say that that's really good luck. So I'll put her at A. Really, really good luck. So thank you to Gloria for 4 copies. And, well, Olympia, paid route, got me 3 copies. I'll put you at, well, if there was no guaranteed copy at you know, 3 after 3 multiples with the ticket, I would only have gotten 2 copies. So maybe B, but I haven't tried the normal regular banners yet. Drasna, on the other hand, was not... I only got 2 copies with a paid route, but I did a multi-pull, and on that multi-pull, I got my 3rd copy of Drasna, which I'll put you same level as Olympia because, you know, it's technically the same level. So, those are how good our scouts went. But that's sus. And you probably are frustrated hearing all that. So, in terms of usability, guys, if you do not have a good fire, or flying, or fighting type sync pair, then prioritize Gloria, as she is a very, very nice sync pair. Not only does she give the opponent, you know, not only do you have a lot of multipliers, you get yourself -2 rebuff, and your sync move has a built-in multiplier. The moment the opponent has a rebuff, any rebuff, your sync move instantly gets stronger. That's 2 built-in multipliers already. If you use your fire type sync move, you also got Bronze Sync 5. So, for fire type, you got 3 built-in multipliers with just 1 copy of Gloria. And that's just amazing. If you have more fire types, you know, you can completely, you know, skip Gloria, but I'm just saying that the usability of Gloria is very, very helpful. And with just 1 copy, we're talking about 1 copy now, Gloria is just amazing. Leon, on the other hand, those debuffing things at 1 copy, you get, you just need to use 1 attack, and then you get to use B-breaking swipe, B-breaking swipe, B-breaking swipe, lower the opponent's attack, defense, speed stat, and the lower the opponent's stats are, the stronger the damage. So I'll probably put Leon at A rank, or A tier, or probably even S tier, could be also nice. But I think that Gloria surpasses Leon because of the innate multipliers that Gloria has instantly, very, very quick. If you're looking for piercing blows, Gloria has it. Not only Leon, Gloria has it with flying type Cinderace. So no complaints about that. 1 copy, meanwhile, of Olympia and Drasna. I would rate Drasna higher because of free move next and super duper effective 5. But shouldn't exactly be very high on the list. Because again, I would say that permanent units should not be your priority. Olympia, on the other hand, you know, that agile entry 6 is very sus. Because even though you have +6 evasiveness, the opponent can still hit you. So, a little bit lower for Olympia rather than Drasna. Although Olympia gets really stronger at higher move levels. And meanwhile, you have Nemona. Nemona 1 copy. Nemona can maximize her speed stat, can give an opponent, regen, lower your sync move countdown, can give the opponent, can give yourself regen, can give yourself damage guard next effect, can give yourself endure effect. One copy gets you one of that. And until you get that MP refresh, which is available at 2 copies, I'm gonna put you down at B tier. So for me, 1 copy of these sync pairs, Gloria comes out top, followed by Leon, followed by Nemona, followed by Drasna, followed by Olympia. Now, I'm not gonna be strict about sorting each one. Some people do S+, S-, A+, A-. We're just ranking each one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not necessarily S, 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 something like that. More than 1 copy, guys. Well, more than 1 copy. Nemona with staggering 3 is very helpful. The others, well, 2 copies of Nemona gives you MP refresh. Although MP refresh is sometimes hard to trigger, you can always work with RNG. Keep restarting the battle, keep restarting, just use her trainer move, get that sync move countdown lowered. Drasna, I have recently gotten hers 3 out of 5, and I have not exactly been able to test her that much yet. But I think with higher move levels, Olympia should go higher than Drasna, or at least equal, or something like that. Higher move level, I think Leon should go all the way to the top because 3 copies can lower the opponent's attack, defense, speed, and another random stat. And Gloria gets Haymaker, although I think Gloria is not that crazy compared to Leon at a higher move level. Yes, she's really good, but I think it's either they're tied or Gloria is a little bit lower. Nemona, I cannot put her at S rank. She's not that great for me, although her trainer move is really strong. Her body move is really strong. Her trainer move is really good. But this is inconsistent. You have to play with MP refresh, which gets really irritating. And as the very first sprint sync pair, there's bound to be better sprint sync pairs coming soon. So I cannot base that. Until we get the next sprint sync pair, it's hard to rank Nemona much higher than that. But so we kind of rank it this way for more than 1 copy. In fact, full kit makes Leon, I think, much higher than Gloria. But again, if you're looking for fire type, flying type, fighting type, again, you cannot go wrong because ultimately you scout for whatever you need. And the moment you have everything you need, that's when you scout for your favorites instead of the meta. Or you can always scout for your faves first rather than the meta. Now the meta, I'm not sure if sprint is gonna be the meta. We have not seen the importance of sprint sync pairs as of the moment. So meta-wise, no meta for the Spotlight Scouts. Rebuffs are meta right now, so Gloria is there. And Leon just debuffs the opponent. Debuffing never goes wrong. But again, I think that's about. Tell me, maybe next time, I'm running out of ideas and it's 3 o'clock a.m. My mind is not working that well right now. Tell me which criteria I should rank these sync pairs more of next time in my next few videos. But right now, what I can see is 1 copy, all copies, maximum potential, priority, depending on which comes last and stuff, and spotlights versus poke fairs versus master fairs versus something. And yeah, that's basically it. those are the 3 criteria I can think of. In terms of EX colors, I really like Nemona's EX colors. I really like Leon's EX colors. Nemona comes out top place for me. Gloria a little bit lower. I'm not really a fan of Gloria's colors. Olympia's colors are really good. Drasna's colors are really good. I'm probably ranking this way. For EX colors, or probably Drasna a little bit lower with Gloria. EX colors. But yeah, let me know, guys. But again, 1 copy if you're just interested in 1 copy, which a lot of you are interested in 1 copy. Make this your priority list, guys. 1 copy of these sync pairs. Either this, or either this, probably this, or this. 1 copy. Gloria is especially good with all those multipliers for fire type Cinderace. And with that said, that is my tier list for these sync pairs. Again, scout your faves instead of the meta. The meta, will see if the meta changes in the anniversary with Victor debuting the field role. Who knows? The anniversary unit, this is my prediction. The anniversary units will be Sprint, Field, and a new 6th role. Because there's space, you know. Strike, Tech, Support, Sprint, Field, and a space for a 6th one. So what if the anniversary gives us a 6th role? Whatever that role is, who knows? Could be anything. Could be, I have no idea. Rebuff. Could be. I mean, rebuffs. Some strike sync pairs have rebuffs. Some tech sync pairs have rebuffs. Rebuff, support, or they can classify supports as defenders. I don't know, guys. But let's see if the meta changes in the anniversary. But that is our August priority list. And I hope you guys enjoy this. Again, let me know what other criteria I can rank these sync pairs with. But those are our criteria and our ranks, our lists for the month of August. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Hit the thumbs up if you did. And subscribe if you haven't. Let me know in the comment section. If you want to support me, you can go ahead to my coffee.com/SPLgum page. Help me with my PC fix /upgrade, or you can join the members of my channel. Especially thanks to the gifters of my channel. Well, this is the old one. Iwis is last or latest in the new one. But thank you for your kindness and extra support. And thank you as well to my members. This is also old. Let me fix it. Thank you guys for your support. A huge shout out, Master Ball Shadow Phil, for 2 years of crazy top tier support. Pokeball tier members Alcin, Roy, Luca, and Jeremy for supporting me for over 2 years. Ultra Ball tier Marokman for over 1 year. Iwiz and Tatsuya Gold for over 1 year of Pokeball tier support. Yuki Murasaki for the Suslock and the Great Ball. And Apsaras and Pokefriendo for the Pokeball tier support. And for being sus in my scouts. And until then, guys, this is Sol, also known as SPLgum, also known as Spatial Gum, also known as Grunt, Yaris Team Skull Grunt. I will see you in the next video. Rawr.